Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and please, for the love of God, don't you dare let this bear market rally fool you, okay? And if you want proof of what I'm saying, just look at what happened today. What a crazy, volatile, choppy market, huh? So we started off leprechaun green. I mean, like, whoosh, really nice, right? And then about an hour or two later, the red came, and we're going to get into why the red came and all of that. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to first put out this message. I know I'm going to get flack for this. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I am going to say it anyway, because on this channel, we keep it real. We tell the truth based on the data, the macroeconomics, and everything that we're seeing in the market. And so what I want to say is, please do not be dumb money. They call us dumb money and laugh at us for this one specific reason. It is because many retail investors I don't know what it is. They're just overly optimistic, and they just don't understand the market well enough to understand that there are bull markets and there are bear markets. There are up times and there are down times. Sometimes it's okay to sit on the sideline and be patient. You don't always have to buy the dip every time there's red. And frankly, between you and me, I don't know about you guys, but money don't grow on trees. So you can't buy the dip forever anyway, right? So please, for the love of God, I know you don't like what I'm saying, but at least try to listen. Just hear me out when I say this, right? Because I've preached on this channel many times that I am not buying stocks right now. I am holding my cash. And every time I see these crazy choppy days like what we're saying, it makes me feel even more confident in my decision, because this choppiness that we just saw is a bad sign. Just technically, just due to technicals. The market needs to go a little bit higher for things to get good. But the way that things are looking, I don't know, man. I don't know. And we still got a lot of bad things happening in the macro. We still got a lot of bad catalysts. Let's just get into the dang video. I know, long intro, blah, blah, blah. So stocks failed to start the month of June as concerns mounted over economic growth. In my opinion, I think it was because of Jamie Dimon, the CEO of Chase. So here's what happened. Fresh data released Wednesday morning showed job openings declined sharply in April. Also weighing on investor sentiment was JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon, who said that the economy is headed for a hurricane and you better brace yourself. I 100% agree, and I believe that. Jamie Dimon says, brace yourself for an economic hurricane caused by the Fed and the Ukraine war. The actual quote was, I said there are storm clouds, but I'm going to change it. It's a hurricane, Dimon said Wednesday at a financial conference in New York. While conditions seem fine at the moment, nobody knows if the hurricane is a minor one or a superhuman storm Sandy, he said. He said, you better brace yourself. Dimon told the room full of analysts and investors, JP Morgan is bracing ourselves, and we're going to be very conservative with our balance sheet. Now, it's also important to note, right, that quantitative tightening started today. Right now, I know I saw a lot of people on Twitter, you guys said that quantitative tightening was going to hurt the market, blah, blah, blah. No. Here's what's going on. The Fed balance sheet is actually not going to shrink until mid-June. So you will probably start to see at least maybe more of the effects, or at least the very least the actual process of quantitative tightening play out in mid-June. So we really shouldn't expect anything to happen until then. Now, you do have some people who are saying that quantitative tightening is already priced in, but I strongly disagree with that, because even though Jerome Powell himself, because Jerome Powell himself said that he's not 100% sure what effects this will have on markets. And also, quantitative tightening has only been done once before, so there's really not much data on its impact. So I don't understand how anybody could say that that's priced in. It's only happened once. So I strongly disagree. Now, in terms of what's coming up, this huge event that we got on June 10th is going to be massive for the stock market. And that event is called the CPI print, the Consumer Price Index. And it is going to give us a very important inflation reading that we need to see. And that is going to help tell us if inflation is indeed going down. Remember, doesn't matter if inflation is peaking. We need to see it going down. If we do not see it going down, you best believe the market going to go down. Something going to go down. If inflation ain't going down, the market going to go down. Something going to suffer. And then after that, on June 15th, which is right around the time you should really start to see quantitative tightening really take effect, you also have the Fed meeting that takes place on June 15th. And so I just want to go ahead and reiterate my plan. You guys know my plan. I am personally waiting and seeing how this plays out this next quarter. Excuse me. I want to see how this next quarter turns out. And I think within the next month or so, we'll have a much clearer picture on what direction we're going to go in. And I believe that for the time being, we are going to continue to have a very choppy market. And just for me, I'm not interested in being a part of this choppy market. Now, again, I'm invested. I already have money in the stock market. It's not like I put any money out. But for me, I'm a fan of holding cash. I think holding 10, 15, 20% cash is not a bad idea in this crazy kind of market. And honestly, I still strongly believe that we have much lower to go. I don't think you've seen nothing yet. And I think once we make that next leg down, that will be the time to buy. And that's kind of what I'm patiently sitting on the sideline and waiting on. And here's the win-win situation for me, right? Because some people say you're timing the market. No, I'm not. But even if that situation doesn't play out, which I don't see how it can happen with how bad the macro environment is, but even if it doesn't play out, fine. There's still stocks that are good deals right now. So, I mean, hey, at the very least, I can just find good stocks that are undervalued and just put that money to work. I mean, the money's going to go somewhere. It'll find somewhere to go. But like I said, in this crazy, choppy environment, no, thank you. That's just me. And again, you don't got to agree. You're free to invest and believe in your own philosophies and trade and invest the way you want. But in my personal opinion, I strongly believe we're going lower. Like I said, I think this is going to be a bad summer. And there's so much data out here that kind of proves what I'm saying. Like I said, I always say this, be careful with the YouTubers who don't tell you the good and the bad. You need people who are going to tell you the good and the bad. Is there some good? Yes. The whole thing with China and them easing lockdowns, yes, that is actually very good. There is some optimism here. There is a possibility that the CPI print could show that inflation is indeed going down. But what I'm worried about is I personally think, this is just me, I think the Fed is going to get even more aggressive than they already are. I strongly believe that. And so for that reason, I am holding my cash. Nothing's changed. But I promise when I'm ready to start putting money to work, I will make a video. I will do full, in-depth, deep analysis on the stocks that I love. Some of them are already eyeing right now. I've got a watch list full of it, but I'm just waiting. I'm just patiently waiting. It's not that I'm waiting for the right time necessarily. I'm just waiting for some dang certainty, some clarity. And right now, there's just no certainty. That's why I keep telling people when they say you're timing the market. No, I'm not timing the market. I'm not waiting for the right time to buy stocks. I'm just waiting for some goddamn certainty. Can we get something in the macro that makes me optimistic about the future economically? Because right now, I ain't seeing nothing. Literally nothing. So anyway, that's just me. That's just my opinion. You don't got to agree, but it is what it is. So there you guys have it. That'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.